In the early hours of Tuesday the 6th of June 1944, Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy to free Europe of the Nazi tyranny. Key to making a successful landing was deception. They had to confuse the Germans so that they could not concentrate their power against the landings. And part of that deception was a combined RAF and RN operation in which John Bell, a veteran of 617 Squadron, took part. So you started around Brighton and moved up?
Yeah. It was designed, the idea was to fool the Germans into believing that something the invasion was coming from a different point, and the Navy were on the deck below us doing similar circles, and so.
Oh, so it was combined with them on.
That's right.
Yes. Surface level as well.
That's right. They were trying to give the impression that, or the invasion, which they knew was coming, was somewhere along that coast, going out towards the North Sea. Okay.
Yeah.
And in fact, it wasn't. It was direct from.
It was going the other way. Heading to Normandy.
Right.
So the BullPup flyers gathered at Goodwood, and together with the Worthing Sailing Club, set out to commemorate that air-sea collaboration along the coast at Worthing. A detailed briefing for all the pilots was followed by a walkthrough to check the manoeuvre.
You're not going to take up the box position with it in front, but enough room so we can do the form-up into delta.
Meanwhile, the reporter from BBC South Today came to cover the event for the local television.
They flew a spoof of a racetrack pattern, throwing out aluminium foil to convince the German radar operators in Calais.
For those taking part today, this a chance to honour a forgotten part of the D-Day operation.
Really important. The dedication of those that went before us really does deserve to be remembered.
Skyhawks, blue 1, 2, 3, red 1, 2, 3, green 1, 2, 3. All aboard.
The formation took off from Goodwood and made the short flight to the coastline to begin the fly past.
Skyhawks, another 6 minutes, still blue, set heading south.
Formed up, it was time to coordinate with our friends in the Worthing Sailing Club. To recognise the complexity of the original mission, our flights will make a number of turns over the sailing diggers.
Red turning now. Green turning now. Blue turning now. Red turning now. Green turning now. Skyhawk from Lancaster A Shoreham are aware. No copy.
The formation went east as far as Worthing Pier, and then turned for the return flight over the yachts that were still manoeuvring in the bay.
Red turning now. Green turning now. In case you're wondering about the timing, the wind has made so much of it. We're following them both, basically. Blue turning east now. Red turning now.
All too soon, the aircraft had to leave the sailing boats behind and head back to Goodwood. So, well done to the pilots, and well done to the yachtsmen. But in remembrance of the original mission, the last word has to go to John Bell. It was coming to the Pas de Calais, and you'd obviously persuaded him.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We did, yeah. Yeah, we were obviously having quite an effect on the German forces, but they're planning what we were actually going to do, or where we were going. So it worked.
Yeah, well,
they didn't know where the invasion would be. Yeah,